I'm Chris Desi, CEO of Silverback Social and producer of the inaugural Baltimore Digital Summit in conjunction with Baltimore Ad Week, and I am honored to have a dear friend whom I've been privileged to know for a few years now in digital, Rebecca Foss. I knew you when you were at Geico, but now you're rocking the EDU world at UMUC, so killing it over there. Thanks so much for participating today. I think it was a lot of fun. You did a great job on the panel.
Thank you.
Just wanted to chat about some of the things that came up during the panel. I mean, if there was anything that stuck out for you, and maybe if you want to talk about some of the cool things that you guys are doing at UMUC. I know you're handling a lot there.
Yeah, it's great. So, I handle their social media efforts, and it's really interesting because there are so many different areas in a university, many more than in a corporation even. So you've got different academic areas, you've got different departments and things like that. So it's really interesting trying to just pull all of those pieces together and create content and figure out, who are the content contributors across the university, whether it's on the academic side with faculty or just creating fun videos and things like that. So so it's great. I think the panel was great. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
One of the things that I really enjoyed on the panel is really like sort of wrapping it all up at the end and getting those last thoughts in. Sort of talking a little bit about social media and like what it means to me and how it's really about people and connecting and creating that community, and it can be used for so many different things, but just to I think sometimes people forget that it's really about that sort of word of mouth and online connection. It's just like you and I talking, but online.
Yeah, right. How do you keep that top of mind at the university? I mean, it's got to be a conversation that's happening every day because it's a university, it's education. But at UMUC, it's a different demographic, right?
Yeah.
Like you're not speaking to the 18-year-old freshman. You're speaking to the 39-year-old father of two that's going back to complete his degree and his education, and maybe that voice is a little bit different than the 18-year-old, right? Like, how do you guys manage that and generate content for that audience? Like, what are your processes?
A lot of the content we generate is focused on, helping our students, not focused on helping our students succeed in the classroom as opposed to, what the football team is doing or, like what you're doing over the weekend and stuff, and that sort of on-campus stuff. I mean, our campus, you can take classes in a classroom, but it's essentially a virtual campus. So really just kind of thinking about who our audience is and creating content for them that is going to be of value to them, like, career tips, things that you can do when you're, out there interviewing, because that's what our, people are going back to school so they can, further their education and get a new job or advance in their current job, whatever it is. So that's, sort of what we're trying to, get out there with them.
I love that you're hitting on a theme that has been going throughout the entire course of the day, and that's give, that it's all about supporting the students and your constituents, right? Like they're your customers, absolutely.
Right.
But I know that through all the give, there's got to be the ask at some point. Is that ask enrollment, I'm assuming, and how does that unfold in that process? Is it a gentle ask? Are you empowering those brand advocates to go on your behalf and tell that story? How does that work?
So a little bit of both. It was really interesting. We had a conversation just about maybe a week and a half ago on Twitter. Somebody was tweeting that they were interested in one of UMUC's programs in cybersecurity. And we reached out and we said, hey, can we answer any questions for you? And they said, you guys have been great, but I need to hear from other students. So a couple students jumped in and started talking to him about the program and started, and he asked questions of the students, and we were in the conversation. They kept mentioning us, But so we tracked the conversation, but we kind of just shut up and said, let the students talk to each other, and we were there if they had any questions. So yeah, we want people to be our advocates, and but it's about creating that community. So there is a place that people can go and start to talk to each other, right, online, whether it's on a Twitter platform or Facebook or whatever it is. So, and we do, we'll post like, we're having an open house, come check us out, which is a little bit stronger sell. In higher education, I found, coming from a consumer-based product, it's not quite as acceptable in higher education to really hit hard on selling.
Sure.
So if I'm Coca-Cola or something and I say go buy Coke, drink Coke, that's okay. But
Right.
if I'm out there and not
Register,
talking
sign
about,
up, yeah.
it makes it makes us sound like, are we a for-profit university, which we're not, you know?
Right.
So it's a very delicate balance.
So it's not authentic.
Right.
I'm sensing authenticity. Love learning from you. Love seeing you. Thank you so much for being a part of the day today. I
It was
really
great.
appreciate it.
Thank you.